Hare Krishna devotees, welcome for the morning program. Thank you for all the Japa leads. We'll start our morning Bhagavatam session, short Kirtan.
Hare Krishna
Jai
Prabhu.
Radha.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Can you
Yes,
make the picture straight? It is vertical. Your picture is vertical. It's
now.
okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. So one more my login. You
Okay. I need to make co-host.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Chayamutiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, Text 19. Sloka goes like this. Karya Karana Kartatve Travaya Jnana Kriya Sharayaha Badnanti Nityatha Muktam Mayinam Purusham Guna. Word to word. Karya, effect. Karana, cause. Kartatve, in activities. Dravya, material. Jnana, knowledge. Kriya, ashraya, manifested by such symptoms. Bhadnanti, conditions. Nityada, eternally. Muktam, transcendental. Mayinam, affected by material energy. Purusham, the living entity. Guna, the material modes. Translation and purport by Steven Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki. These three modes of material nature being further manifested as matter, knowledge, and activities put the eternally transcendental living entity under conditions of cause and effect and make him responsible for such activities. Purport. Because they are between internal and external potencies, the eternally transcendental living entities are called the marginal potency of the Lord. Factually, the living entities are not meant to be so conditioned by material energy, but due to their being affected by the false sense of lording it over the material energy, they come under the influence of such potency and thus become conditioned by the three modes of material nature. This eternal external energy of the Lord covers up the pure knowledge of the living entity eternally existing with him. But the covering is so constant that it appears that the conditioned soul is eternally ignorant. Such is the wonderful action of Maya or external energy manifested if materially produced. By the covering of the power of the material energy, the material scientist cannot look beyond the material causes, but factually, behind the material manifestation, there are Adi Bhuta, Adhyatma, and Adi Deva actions, which the conditioned soul in the mode of ignorance cannot see. The Adibhuta manifestation entails repetitions of birth and deaths with old age and disease. The Adhyatma manifestation conditions the spirit soul, and the Adideva manifestation is the controlling system. These are the material manifestation of cause and effect, the sense of responsibility of the conditioned actors. They are, after all, manifestation of the conditioned state, and the human being's freedom from such a conditioned state is the highest perfectional attainment. Om Jnanatimandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stabitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamahyam Tadhati Swapadhantikam Namavom Vishnupadhaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavati Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So this wonderful chapter about talking about the cause of all causes, and there are descriptions we are seeing about between the conversation between the Narad Muni and his father, who is none other than Lord Brahma. And initially, Narad Muni, since he just saw his father's activities and he felt that very good, my father is doing a wonderful seva, wonderful thing. So he is managing many things. So he started glorifying his father. So in that, father is correcting him that no, the credits will not, I will not take it. The credit goes to Krishna. I am the subservient of his creation, and I am the secondary creator. The primary creator is Krishna only, Narayana only. That's what the sloka is clearly told, that Narayano Para Yoga. What is that? 16th sloka says about Narayana Para Yoga, Narayana Param Tapa, Narayana Param Jnanam, Narayana Param Gatihi. So this is the famous chant. If in Kerala people chant this whenever they go to temple, they chant this sloka. And Kunti's Maharani's prayers also, they chant Krishnaya Vasudevaya. They chant that. So this is the meditation we should have. So this is a very wonderful text. We heard it from our Prabhujis, and yesterday we heard it from Prabhu, also the 18th text. Today the text is a little bit, Brahma is speaking to Narad Muni about how this Mahat Tattva is functioning. It under the material modes, how this is the setup, the design of material world is functioning. And in that, what is the importance and the influence of the three modes of material nature. So what Prabhupada says in the purport is inconceivable. And what Brahma is saying is, the three modes of material nature being further manifested, the Sattvam, Rajas, Tamas, further manifested as knowledge, matter, and activities. So this is the technical thing. We should understand why Brahma put it in that way, because Kartatya and Dravya and Jnana. So three words he's putting: Karya, Karana, Kartavya, and Jnana and Dravya. There is a matter, Dravya, Jnana is a knowledge, and Kartavya is an activity. So these three things, if somebody has to do in the material world, they should be under three modes of material life: Sattvam, Rajas, Tamas. So when the Tamas, Kartatvya will happen. When Rajas, maybe in the platform of knowledge, they will work out. And people who are in the, uh, sorry, uh, activities in the mode of Rajas and Jnana in the mode of Sattva. So Kartatvya is mode of ignorance, Tamas, and activities in the mode of passion, and knowledge in the mode of Sattva. Rajas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Clear? Why these three, how it comes from Trigunas? So that we have to connect it properly. So after this, what Brahma says, this eternally transcendental living entity, under the condition of cause and effect, make him responsible for such activity. So when the conditioned soul entangled with these three modes of material nature, and what this conditioned soul thinks when he acts on this material modes, it thinks that I am the cause and I am the responsible person for this effect, the output. So conditioned soul in ignorant mode, he thinks like that. So conditioned soul, it is mentioned about our Jivatma. We all, the Baddha Jivas, once they just lording it over the material nature, when they show their Bakir Mukha towards Krishna and turning towards another side, there is no another side. So Krishna has to create now for the another side. So Bahirmukha, there is everywhere Krishna. So Krishna is so mercifully created some world which is people can feel that I am the Lord. Prabhupada mentioning that in the first sentence of the purport. So if you're we the conditioned soul felt that I am the Lord of this material life. I want to enjoy like Krishna. In that zone, Krishna is thinking, okay, I have to facilitate him now. Because there is no thing such things, because you are my part and parcel. If you are serving under me, serve me directly only, it is correct functioning. And if you are just thinking, don't want to serve anyone, I want to lord it over, I want to get service, that mode takes us towards opposite towards Krishna. So once this is done, Krishna has to facilitate for us. For that, Krishna did what? Krishna manifested through Brahma, the material creation. And he created Brahma also. Brahma is the first Jivatma, the Jiva Tattva. Brahma comes, and Brahma's hand, before Brahma, there is Mahat Tattva. He created all the 24 elements. And the 25th element, the spirit soul, which is Brahma, the first 25th of element of Mahat Tattva is Brahma. So Brahma came. Brahma, he started doing the secondary creation. So the design of this whole material world by Krishna, only because of the individual Jivatma's independent decision. Because Krishna respects everybody's individuality. Krishna respects everybody's free will. Because Krishna is independent, Krishna is individual, Krishna is unique. Since we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are also having the same thing qualitatively as like Krishna. But quantitatively, Krishna is ultimate. Krishna is unlimited. But qualitatively, we are equal. So Krishna respect that So that's what whenever we are in the devotees association, we should respect each individual's in free will. Only Guru, only the authority can correct him, can criticize him, can chastise him in the mode of correcting the person who is under the material nature. If not, we are not having any authority over correcting or uh, making chastising or scolding them. No, you should follow like this. No, we don't have the authority. So even Krishna is respects everybody's individuality. That's what if someone who's telling there is no Krishna, Krishna giving food for him, Krishna giving air to breathe, the facility is for everyone. Even people who doesn't believe there is no Krishna, there is no God. For them also they are getting food. For them also they are getting sunlight. They are getting good air to breathe, oxygen. Krishna is not for partial in this because he respects everybody's individuality. So everybody individuality, everybody's free will, Krishna respects so that they will use the same individuality, same independence, same free will towards Krishna in the service of Krishna. So till that Krishna is waiting. Krishna is making this material world to prove that you cannot enjoy in separation of me. For this also, I only has to facilitate through other means. I made wonderful government called 33 crores of demigods. There are ministers, there are chief ministers, there are prime ministers, there are head of the all departments. Everybody's are there to work for the conditioned soul who thinks that I want to enjoy. You just see how Krishna is merciful means you can see in this. Krishna is so merciful because he is valuing our individuality. Then we can give that if you are falsely enjoying, want to enjoy, you will get the consequences also in the material world. By that, you should use your free will and independence. Okay, this is I'm doing falsely. This is not original. This is not permanent. So I want to do things for permanent achievement. Towards we slowly turn. We experience and turn. Okay, Krishna is ultimate now. So I have to invest things towards Krishna in my whole life. So Krishna is waiting for Jivatma to use their free will and independence and individuality. With that, on his own, he has to come. Krishna can say order, hey, you should see, I am your supreme lord, you should follow me. No, Krishna never said. If Krishna says it become a dictatorship. Krishna doesn't want that rasa with the Jivatma. Krishna wants the rasa between Jiva and Paramatma is the Jiva has to use its own independence come towards him. I'll give right and wrong in front of you, the options. If the options, whether you are taking wrong, you will face the consequences. If you take right, you comes towards me. This is how the whole setup. So I hope I explained enough for this three modes. It's a basic explanation. If you enter into the three modes of material life, it is a vast topic. Many things can be discussed in that. So I suggest His Holiness Bhanu Swami Maharaj three modes of nature lecture. If you want to hear it, is such a uh, lectures series and Maharaj books also there for this three modes of material nature. Okay. So come back to the purport. We will little bit enjoy the purports of Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada says that we are in between the internal and external potency. So we are the marginal potency. So Krishna is putting there is a Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti. Between that we are there. Tatastha Shakti. Tatastha Shakti we are comes under. So there, the living entity, what they are thinking that we are independent. When you think that you comes under the material energy. What is the material energy? Three myths of material energy. Durga operating Sattvam Rajas Tamas. We call it as famously, everybody knows it's Maya. So see, being in Sattva also is under Maya. Being Sattva also is under Maya only. Maybe Sattva platform, it is a feasible to practice Krishna consciousness. As the sloka says, the three modes of material nature make us to act, knowledge and activities and matter, to entangle with these things. But knowledge is something which is very feasible so that we can practice our Krishna consciousness. It is a feasible area. It is not the perfect area. So people who are putting their things, we can see many people who are so pious in their thing. They're very sattvic. They follow all the rituals, all the things properly, and they are good at doing things. So it's very sattvic. They will focus, attention, concentration. They follow on time, discipline. Everything will be there. So this all helps one to be in Krishna consciousness. It is feasible platform, but it is not the ultimate platform. We have to come above the this sattva. That is called divyam, transcendental platform. In other words, Krishna's quality is one of the qualities Suddha Sattva stage. Suddha Sattva is actually is a terminology to mention above your three modes. So that above level is something which beyond the three modes. That is called Suddha Sattva. So we cannot take it as the transcendental is a correct word. We can say above the three modes. So we should be above the three modes. That's what you see when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Leela and Krishna, even Krishna, maybe you can see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just took Jagannath Prasadam and taking, hiding and going towards Haridas Thakur, and he's feeding. Haridas Thakur is a Muslim. So it's beyond, he's a sannyasi. He cannot preserve the prasadam. He has to keep, he has to distribute everything. Sannyasi cannot hold something, anything. So he just holds something and hide it something and give it to Haridas Thakur, who is staying in the cherry. Cherry means, gully. So he's just hiding. Since he's a sannyasi, Brahmana, wearing Brahmana thread, and he's just going and giving the prasad to Haridas Thakur every day, since he cannot walk. And Raghunath Das Goswami, people who are eating prasadam and they wash their hand and parts, from there he found some grains and he eats and he chants the holy name. So you will not find all these things in comes under Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. It is transcendental. Krishna drinks the buttermilk from the mouth of Madhumangal. It's actually saying it is a juta. It is not the sattvic fellow, we cannot do that. But these activities are transcendental. So Krishna's trying to make us in the platform of transcendental. He's teaching that. For that, at least we should come in the platform of sattva. That's what when many times we are just not getting attention when we are chanting, because we are in the mode of ignorance and passion, and it's a combination. So we don't get the attentiveness during our chanting. So for that, there is a only mean. His Holiness Sachinandan Swami Maharaj is saying this, that you want to get rid of this inattentive while chanting. That is the greatest aparadha when we do. All the aparadha at least we can relate, but this is practically we do every day. All the 10 offenses, we know at least we took the extent we follow, but the 11th offense, I can say, it is inattentive while chanting. So that phase is very difficult to come out, because many times we are inattentive only. So for that, Maharaj gives one wonderful example or wonderful tip, that if you are feeling that you are not getting attention, because you are not in the present while chanting, because all mind is influenced by the past and future, worrying about worrying about the past and lament about the future. This is the cycle we are undergoing. So when you do offense, when you sit for the chanting, first the offended guy will come in front of you. Oh no, this guy, why I shouted yesterday and I spoke very badly and this thing. If you are offended, Krishna activates your mind to put that offenders in front of you while chanting. This is the science. Paramatma helps us that, okay, I did offense to this personality, to this devotee. It may be in office also. It is not mandatory that everybody should be uh, devotee. Even if you are offended your manager, you just scolded something in the yesterday's, then the next day you are sitting for a japa. First thing it comes is that manager face only. So offending someone, get offended by someone, there are many things there. But when you are out of focus, if you are sincere, Paramatma helps. Hey, you are out of focus, come back. Paramatma gives the intuition. Oh, no, Vegram, come on, come back to the chanting. We do that. While chanting, we get experience this. Many of you, you can relate what I'm saying. We chant and our thought process takes us for the roller coaster ride. We sit here and we think of America, we think of Europe, the client somewhere, right? So this roller coaster mind, Paramatma intuition, hey, mind goes, bring back. So that is the platform. When we are serious, Paramatma also helps. And mind is another biggest platform where these three modes can dominate through the mind. So inattention while chanting can be rectified by being in present. Thinking about the past and worrying about the future, lament about the future is the mind's nature. Being in presence, soul's nature. We should be in presence. When you be in presence, then your chanting will be full attention. Sometimes it goes again, since mind dominates us, it goes again, Paramatma helps. Hey, you are going somewhere, come back. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. This is how we should practice. Every day, chanting is a scientific process. Chanting is a conscious process for 100% tension process. But we should not feel or lament about, oh, no, Prabhu, since the Shastra says you should not be inattentive while chanting. But when I am thinking of the holy name, it is not happening. I am inattentive only. So when you feel that, you just first stop thinking that. Why blame ourselves for this? It is a guilty feeling about us because we think that we are inattentive. We are not focused. It is our mind. It is our mind, not from the soul's platform. So you should not blame yourself for this. Just understand the science behind. Okay, my mind is taking us to roller coaster ride, and my modes of material nature are operating me here. So I'm not in being in presence. So what I do, I try to be in presence and chant holy name. Simple thing. Only thing is lagging is the practice. Everyday practice. So when you are in the four modes of material nature, influenced by modes of material nature, these are all the problems we face. So why Brahma is speaking? Because you should understand how this kartavya and jnana and dravya is happening by the influence of three modes of material nature, sattvam and rajas and tamas. So to bring back these things and being in your position as a eternal constitutional soul, the independent jivatma position, then we can get rid of these activities get rid of the influence by the modes of nature. So stop blaming ourselves because we are not doing this. Our mind is doing this, and modes of material nature is operating through us. So we should stop blame us. Instead, we should focus on being in present while chanting, so that we can slowly, gradually get rid of this domination of modes of material nature. Then when you practice in the same thing for a year, you will feel the progress of, okay, I'm traveling towards sattva stage. Once you in the sattva stage, then again you have to put more hard work to reach into the sattva stage. This is how the devotee's life goes, consciously goes. We should not stuck in the many things in and around us in the society, community, even in the devotees association. We should be very focused. I saw my best example for this is His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj. We might have had wonderful heated conversation the day before. We had fight, we have a discussion, very he might have scolded us for this not doing properly services, and many things happens. Temple construction is happening. So many headaches he's taking. The next day after Mangalarati, we all sit in front of Prabhupada and Tulsi Maharani. We chanted, Maharaj comes. Zip, he comes. He's like coming as a super duper fast and sit in front of Prabhupada, and he shakes reads, and that 1.5 hours the chanting, you cannot think that this man only scolded me yesterday, this man only having this much anger yesterday. How come he just totally, the situation is not at all happened like that? He will sit and chant, very focusedly chanting personality. He has so many responsibilities, but that 1.5 hour and the 2 hours morning chanting, Maharaj felt very important, so I should not allow any three modes of material nature here. I will completely chant. Since now Maharaj age is going on, so a little bit Maharaj is feeling very tired. But those days and all, he's like a super duper superstar for this. He comes and sit and chant like this, means full 12, 13 rounds together, sit and chant. He will not walk, he will not stand. He will sit and chant, complete the round. So that is my inspiration, I can say here. So why I said this? It's for helping us. So we should also follow such great souls so that we will also get focus and attention and get rid of this three modes of material stage and becomes transcendental like Krishna. That is the only means we can get rid of this material world and go back to spiritual world. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. I exceeded 2 minutes. Please forgive me. If you have any questions, please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Very nice class, Prabhu. So I'd like to share 2 lines in Kannada for the better understanding for Kannada devotees. ಹರಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಇವತ್ತು ಗೋಪಾಲಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕರುಣ ಪ್ರಭು ಅವರು 2.5.19 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಸಲ್, ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಸಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಗೆ ಫ್ರೀ ವಿಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಸಹ ಭೋಗ್ತಾರಾಮ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನಂದು, ನಾನ್ ಬಾಸಿಸಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವೇನಾಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಗ್ನೋರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ತ್ರಿಗುಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಲ್ಕೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುನರತಿ ಜನಂ ಪುನರತಿ ಮರಣಂ, ಜನ್ಮ ಮೃತ್ಯು ಜರ ವ್ಯಾಧಿ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದರಿಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೇ ದಾರಿ ಇರೋದು, ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಇದರಿಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ರಾಂಗ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ನಾನೇ ಭೋಗ್ತಾರಾಮ್, ನಾನೇ ಎಂಜಾಯರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಆಚೆ ಬಂದು ನಾವು ರಿಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್, ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೂ ನಮಗೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಂಬಂಧನ ರಿಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತ್ರಿಗುಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಸತ್ವಗುಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಲೆಜ್, ರಜಗುಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್, ತಮಗುಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಆಚೆ ಬಂದಾಗ್ಲೇನೆ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಭಗವಂತನ ಕಡೆಗೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಭಗವಂತನ ನೆನ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ, ನಂತರ ಅವನ್ನ ಸೇರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ, ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಹಿಮ್, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ರಜಸ್ ಗುಣದಿಂದ ಸತ್ವ ಗುಣಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸತ್ವ ಗುಣದಿಂದ ಶುದ್ಧ ಸತ್ವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೋಗುವಂತ ಪ್ರಯಾಣ ಬಳಸಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ತ್ರಿಗುಣಗಳಿಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನು ಸಹ ಈ ತ್ರಿಗುಣಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳುವಂತದ್ದು. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಗ್ನೋರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ 3 ಮೋಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಗ್ನೋರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ 3 ಮೋಡ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರಜಸ್ಸು, ತಮಸ್ಸು ಮತ್ತೆ ಸತ್ವಗುಣ, ಇದರಿಂದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಶುದ್ಧ ಸತ್ವದ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಭಗವಂತನ ಒಂದು ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಪ್ರಭು. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Gopalakrsna Karuna Prabhu, for your nice explanation about the three modes of material nature, how a living entity also entangled, and also how he is freed also by using his intelligence. And you gave nice examples. And also you have quoted about His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj, how Maharaj has inspired you by continuously chanting without any break. Yeah, whoever chants 16 rounds without break, that is one of the greatest austerity. So, few points I would like to mention here. These are the material manifestations of cause and effect and the sense of responsibility of the conditioned actors. They are, after all, manifestations of the conditioned state, and the human being is freed from such a conditioned state is the highest perfectional attainment. Yeah. So we will also easily come to know when we come under the tamoguna, rajaguna, if an intelligent man can easily sense where am I and I am in which situation. So in that state, if he can make himself alert, then he will come to the state of Sattva, and by chanting, he will rise to the platform of the Sattva. And of course, the general public, they are in different modes, and they will not be knowing that they are in such and such mode. But it is our devotees concerned. The devotees, make them connected to holy name of the Lord. Then thereby, they can surely rise to the Suddha Sattva platform. Okay, I have done with this, and I was in a TT worship Abhishekam service. I could not able to focus here. Prabhu, you can welcome any questions if any.
Yes, bro. If you had a, you can carry on, bro. I'll also wind up.
Yeah. Any questions, comments? Prabhu is still waiting. Prabhu has given his time and preparation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. So nice class, Prabhuji. So Tamas, Rajas and Sattva. And Sattva is also, we are in a comfort zone. So we have to come behind that Suddha Sattva. Yes, no, Prabhuji? So we have...
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thanks, Prabhuji. Nice point. Nice class, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Full class Prabhuji, you explained about those three modes of material nature, and also you explained how Paramatma will help us to bring back, even when we get deviate from, like while chanting, we worry about future and lament about past. So you gave us some tips by to control our mind and bring back again to chanting. Very practical example you gave us, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭು ದಂಡವತ್ ಪ್ರಣಾಮ್ ಪ್ರಭು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಪ್ರಭು ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಹೊತ್ತು ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಪ್ರಭು 3 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಎದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಪ್ರಭು 3:00 ಎಲ್ಲ
ಇದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. In my house also the same problem is going on, because morning they have to focus, their responsibility is different than the male responsibility. So we have to get up just few rounds they chant and they go get into the kitchen and cooking, and we have to think of the offering and going everything. So our first focus is uh, as, the thing is morning chanting is preferably what is it? I can say it morning chanting only, it is mentioned for everyone. So since our roles are different, and we are serving the husband or serving the children is a primary duty. So chanting and this we have to balance. Many Matajis I saw that after everybody's packed and sent off, after 9:30, 10, they will sit and read. There are Matajis I know, they sit and read 4 hours every day Srimad Bhagavatam. And they do chanting after 10:30 to 12:30. After that, they little bit they take rest, and again they sit for a Srimad Bhagavatam reading. Continuously they read till 4 o'clock. Their children come, they sit and read. So we have to manage all our time, and accordingly we should do. So morning few rounds, especially Mataji has this problem. I know I am not the correct person to answer this. any Matajis only can answer. Some people who are practically they're doing, because they can answer better way. But for me, I can say that our primary duty is to being responsible as a wife, as a mother. That is the primary thing. So we chant few rounds and we enter into Christian and we do that seva. So after that seva, you should feel that is a seva. When you do that seva, offering the prasadam to Lord and husband and children, that is a seva. After the seva, your chanting will be very good. Actually, if you feel that is a seva, then your chanting will go very good. When you think that is a burden, oh no, I have to do this, then that is not considered as seva, and we felt burden only. After that, we sit for chanting also, we will not get attentive chanting. So we have to work it out, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay.